What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to share with you my taxes and what I actually ended up paying. Now, I'm not going to show you the actual papers, but at the end I'll show you actual verification of the payments I made so you can see them. Now, it's not clickbait. I did end up paying over $1 million in taxes, and just before I start this video, obviously none of this is advice. I'm not a professional. Talk to a professional if you want this. There's gray areas in certain things, so I'm just going to jump right into this. And keep in mind that this was my first year making this kind of money, so I didn't have a whole tax strategy planned out because it's not as simple as just, okay, end of the year, hire a good guy and he can write off tons of stuff. It's not like that. It's a lot of preparation and setup with different businesses and whatnot, which I will be doing this year, so that is why my taxes were so high this year. But let's just jump right into this. So my income for 2017, now this is profit over here. You can see a couple different sources. I've broken that down in other videos. I won't go over it, but it came out to about 2.78 million profit, and then a couple expenses I have over here, such as ads. So I spent 175,000 on advertising on Facebook and YouTube, learning, employees, charity, lawyer, equipment and supplies, different things like that, just general. We get a total of about 400,000 in the random expenses, bringing us to 2.4 million in taxable income. So that's going to be what our taxes are kind of based off of. And then, so 2.4, like I said, we had deductions and just other automatic deductions, things I found, depreciating cars, a house, certain things like that. Can't go into all of that. That's more complicated and would be very detailed, but about 400,000 deducted after that, bringing our taxable income to 2 million. So taxable income, 2 million. Now I do live in California. I am not married, so filing as single. So keep that in mind. Now where I live, note local taxes. So state taxable income, 2 million, like we said. And based off of the 2 million, I end up paying an effective rate. So this is on the entire amount because with taxes, they're kind of scaled. So, okay, you make 0 to 30,000, that's taxed at this percent, and then it goes up and up. So effective rate just means you take 241,587, divide it by 2 million, and that's the percentage. So in total instead of the scaled. So 12% state tax comes out to about 241,000 off the 2 million. And then I did have a late penalty, a late payment penalty. Now this isn't because taxes are due. This video is going up before taxes are due. It's a late penalty because it's my second year self-employed, 2017 was, and I did not pay enough in estimated taxes. You need to pay throughout the year, and just from first year not knowing this, I was not making those payments. I was just waiting. I was going to pay it all at the end of the year. It's not that I didn't have the money. I just didn't know I needed to do that. My last tax person did not tell me that. So I ended up paying an extra $3,471 as a penalty for state tax. So my state tax came out to about $245,000. Now, in 2017, this is the last year you could do this, but I ended up paying early. Part of it, I paid, what did I pay? I paid $200,000 early. So you see state tax write-off here, $200,000, what does that mean? So 2017, now this has changed, now you can't do this anymore. You could write off your state tax off your federal taxable income. But you could do that, and that was the last year, so I didn't have my taxes all ready to go, and I had to do it before they released all the new tax forms and whatnot. So I made an estimated payment of $200,000 for state, so I could write that off. Otherwise, I would have been, the $200,000 here would have been this exact amount, but I had to do it early and I didn't want to overpay a ton, so I just guesstimated $200,000. It was kind of close. So that is what that $200,000 is here. So our federal taxable income would have been 2 million, but we have that state tax write-off, which again is not a thing anymore in 2018. 17 was the last year. Brings our taxable income for federal to 1.8 million. Now, with federal tax, I'm at about 41.5%, and I'll show you guys at the end why that is. Effective rate, it's about 36%, but when you add in self-employment, Social Security, and Medicare, which I'll show you, it comes out to about 41.5%. So straight federal tax is 447,000. Now, not included in that is the Social Security, Medicare, and self-employment. So self-employment, I just put this together, encompasses the Medicare and Social Security here. So when you're self-employed, you have that self-employment tax. So you have to pay Medicare, Social Security. So for Social Security, I ended up paying $15,000, almost $16,000. Medicare, I paid $82,000, bringing total self-employment tax, like I said, these two add up into this one, to $98,000. Now, a good part of self-employment tax is deductible. So I was able to, the tax deductible portion of my self-employed tax was $49,110. Now, again, these aren't exact figures of exactly what I paid, but they're really close. So my total self-employment tax after writing off that portion is $48,000. Now, it doesn't work straight like that, but for simplicity purposes, about $49,000 in self-employment tax. And again, federal late payment penalty I had. I wasn't making estimated payments that were enough. I was paying it based off of my 2016 income, which was, I believe, $120,000. And I ended up making 2.7, 2.4 taxable income this year. So big difference, a lot of money missing, and you pay a penalty based off the number of days, which is why this, again, isn't going to happen next year, but $15,000 as a late penalty for federal. Bringing my total federal, if you count everything in here, social, Medicare, self-employment, to $811,000. So our total taxable income was $2 million. Our state tax effective rate, so 12.25% effective rate, meaning all the money is taxed at that percent if you average it out. Federal, 40.5% here, bringing our total tax to $1,056,476, 52.75% of the taxable income. Now, while that's extremely high, it's obviously a good problem to have, but it's not fun, and state is a ton. People ask why I don't move. I enjoy it here. It's worth that to me. And there's better strategies you can have, which I am putting in place this year. I should have done it sooner, but I didn't expect to make this much. So there's a lot of different things, such as holding companies and whatnot, where I will be paying about 21% this year in tax and not 52%, which I'll share with you guys as we go along. So that is the total tax I paid this year. And if you guys want some proof of that, let me pull up these two screenshots of payments I just made. So I made them for this video. So this is the IRS one. Now keep in mind, I paid more in advance. So I did pay some of the estimated taxes as we were going, which is why these amounts are smaller than what you see on the Excel sheets. Like I said, I paid $200 upfront on the state, and then I paid about $200, I think, on the federal upfront as well through the estimated payments and whatnot. So you can see $655 here, not the total, but close to it. So that one is federal. It's a direct pay. I literally just paid this so I can show you guys for the video. And then same with the state right here. You can see $55,000 right there. So I just thought I'd show you guys some proof, even though that's a fourth of what it should be. I did make that $200,000 probably 2 months ago. So I could write that off federally. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, don't roast me in the comments for not really knowing what I was doing with taxes the first year. It's not as easy as just saying, oh, okay, I've made some money halfway through the year. Let's start doing a tax strategy. Has to be from the start of the year. It's a lot more difficult. I'm doing it now. Things such as a holding company. It really depends on your type of business. There's a ton. A lot of it is more tax deferred money and utilizing that than just, oh, I'm going to write off this and write off this. So I'll try and keep track of that for you guys. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. Ask me some questions if you have any, and I will see you guys in the next video.